going live?
Yes, indeed. Talk to my niggas.
What I'm gonna be streaming when I get home.
What do you think you're gonna do? What could you do?
What, stream?
Yeah.
It all just depends. If my friends are online, then I can stream like 3 or 4 different type of games. But if they're offline, I just have to choose between a game that's gonna stress me out a little bit, or a game I play for like not relaxing, but like more recreational. Like it's more tame,
Yeah.
and then hope for a clip-worthy moment in there.
Right.
That one's just gonna be a little harder to grab a clip moment, or a moment that I think would be clip-worthy.
I got you.
Yeah. Besides that, I really gotta edit some videos. I have two more TikToks I want to upload before I hit the 30 days. And then when I hit 30 days, I'm gonna put something on TikTok to see if I can get more followers over to both my TikTok and over to my Instagram. There she is.
Since we're catching up to her, we're likely to pass her.
No, 100%. That's why I gotta slow down when we get there. Stroll. I should have told you to catch you to leave earlier. She left at 11:33. Oh yeah. By the time we get over to where is that? It's not Broadway.
Let me get my ticket. Bakugo says hello. What's good?
Bakugo?
Bakugo.
I mean, you gotta watch anime.
I don't know who that is. Is that an anime?
It's a character from an anime.
I have zero idea.
What do you watch, man?
Like, I listen to audiobooks. So I'm rereading How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Okay.
It's a great book, by the way. Probably might hear that a lot. But Think and Grow Rich, another one. I watch, I'm not gonna lie, I'm obsessed with politics. So like, I've been following the entire Trump administration. I watch all of his press briefings. I started watching him since like his campaign, his second campaign. I was watching all of his rallies. I've never been to one, but I've watched them. I watch all of his interviews. I'm not gonna lie, I'm obsessed with following his administration.
Maybe we should do a react video to what's that Facebook?
Damn, 14 concurrent. It's good, y'all.
Let's go.
If you're live.
What are they called? Let me see. There's a YouTube channel. I'm trying to remember what they're called. Give me a second.
Are you good, bro? Yeah, I'm good. What's good? What happened? Nothing happened. Zymarian Maddox. Hi. Nothing. I subbed. Thank for the sub. Hi. I am back. Yo, fucking troll account is back. Subbed. Thank you for the sub. Moon XD official said hi. What's up? Baby said hi. Yo, what's up? What's good? Sparks. I remember you. On time is back. Yes, indeed. Zai, yay. What's up, Wonder Times? So Mary says, good job. Thank you. Bro rocking right now at night. Yes, indeed. Your lives, huh? What? Hi. Yo, can I have a shout out? Shout out to your boy Watchdog. Trissy says hi. What's good, Trissy? Trella says what's up. What's up, Trella?
Watch your step.
13 concurrent, 5 likes. Thank you for the love, guys. Like the stream, sub up. They be telling me to it was raining the other day,
Yeah.
and they said give an umbrella to some hus.
It wasn't outside, man.
One dude told me to go to a McDonald's and tell them to hire me on the spot and start working.
Yeah.
No, it's more than that. We have like a relationship.
I'm like, these content ideas. Some people do it. Like some people do that type of content, and it's good.
No, just
Your fave Clarice says hi. What's good? Bray Bay says, bro, a boy is taking a shower. Love live. Subscribe to him, you guys. Thank you. Is this a gay cup? Yes, it is.
Only on certain days. There's a gay club on certain days and then it's a regular club on other days.
Even gay security. Okay. Shout out to the gay community, ladies and gentlemen. Lele says hi. Lewis says, "Are you a YN?" I guess no. I think since I'm 25, I'm no longer a YN. Now I'm officially a unk.
Nah, no.
I think I'm an unk.
Unk is 35 and up.
Nah.
Unk is 35 and up. I'm telling you.
At that point, 35. I think
No.
35 is like old head. 30.
35. 35 is OG. Maybe over 40 is OG.
Like boomer type shit. Like over 40 is like boomer.
Nah, you fucking.
They be calling them niggas boomers.
What the fuck are you doing when you're 70? You already a casket?
At that point, they had to start showing love again. You know, they have to like show respect.
No, that's what I'm saying. Boomers is like over 50, maybe between 50 to 60, or 55 to 60. That's a boomer. OG is probably 40 and up. Unk, 35. Where you are right now, there's a word. There's one more word. I'm trying to remember.
Like if you're a boomer and up, like you're a grandpa.
Oh, you're a big bro.
Big bro.
You're 25. You're a big bro.
That's better, you know.
That's big. So what's up, big bro? Once you hit your 30s, 32 maybe, then you can become unk. But right now, you big bro.
That's way better than up. But they be calling me unk. You know, these kids on here,
That's big bro.
they see my facial hair, call me unk.
And you gotta correct them. That's big bro.
What's good? Yo, Wes, what's up? It's good. Anyone, please say hi.
Oh, this is what? React to that.
Exactly, yes.
I love these.
The clips, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I love these.
The Ben Shapiro's, the Candace Owens, the
Yep.
whole thing.
React to that. Have you reacted to it?
There's a guy, Parker, who's on there.
Parker? Yeah, I've heard about Parker.
I debate him. I actually debated him on TikTok.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like you called him?
but I called in, but the live got banned.
Are you serious?
It was a great debate, bro. On his ass, because I watch his content, so I kind of know what
how his mindset works and what
it wasn't recorded or anything, but it was a great debate.
Weekends.
I want to debate Dean next. Dean, he's another young guy. Sometimes he goes live with Parker. Maybe not anymore. I think they kind of broke up. But Dean is also big, and he's also on those debates.
Dean Withers?
That may be him, yeah.
White guy? Yes.
Yeah, I love to
Dean
debate
might
him.
lose to it.
Huh? Oh,
Still 14?
I wasn't even on the live stream. It's at 3 right now.
What do you mean you wasn't on the live stream?
Like my face wasn't. I had to click it back on.
Okay. Oh, you were just looking at this. Okay.
I wasn't paying attention. Go ahead, King. You digging me? I will. Fine. I will subscribe. I'll be happy. With Dean, I think based on his debate style, I'll just ask some questions. I feel like if you know what you're talking about, I can get Dean.
Have you had a reaction video to the last debate set, or have you just watched them freely?
I should definitely. I'll probably stream tonight.
I do it.
I don't know if I'll do that, but I kind of need to stream tonight.
That's good content right there.
Hell yeah. Get real animated.
Exactly. That's good content.
Hello, Miss.
Go ahead, King. Who's in New York? I'm in New York. A lot of people are in New York. Thanks for the 11 likes. Elizabeth says hi. What's up, Elizabeth? Lele says me too. Where you at, Lele? Me too, at my apartment. Okay, great. Yes, guys. I'll be turning my advertisements back on, which I'm really excited about. So we're gonna be growing our audience, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the beginning. You understand that? This week, next week, and beyond. Trying to get this damn Tev to work. 6'7" mustard mango. What do you mean? 6'7" mustard mango. What is that?
6'7". Oh. gotta be tuned in, bro.
Six. I know what 6'7" is, but
6'7".
what's mustard mango?
I have no idea, bro. That one.
You kids are very hip.
Don't do that. I mean, you're not that old to be using words like that.
See, I gotta make them feel young though.
Nah,
Type
fuck
shit.
'em.
That mean. What is y'all favorite car? What's y'all dream car?
Six, 7.
How was y'all day? Lambo. Mr. Danny. You're one of those. Wait, which one? What's your favorite Lambo?
Oh my god.
If you say the wrong one, I'm a roast you. You better say the right one. What's the best Lambo? Bugatti is not a bad choice. When I got no choice, I love all Lambos. I don't love all Lambos, I'm gonna be honest. If I had to choose, I'd have to say the Aventador.
Yeah, for 1055. Oh, good to go.
The Aventador is my favorite. Then I'd probably say the Urus is my second favorite. And then the rest, the Huracan. I actually don't like the Huracans that much. I got 6 car IDK, I meant. Okay, what type of cars you got? How? How do you feel about, I guess, mixing business with pleasure?
Terrible.
Yeah, fresh direct.
Terrible. Don't do it. Never works. Never works here.
Ever.
Ever. Don't even set yourself up for something work. Yeah, that's never a good idea. Things always go left, bye-bye.
Word.
Roll me something outside.
Is that St. Patrick's? Or no?
What?
Cathedral?
Oh.
I don't think that's... This is 5th Avenue? Yeah, that may be St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Show them, man. Let them see.
Yo,
They never got to see it last time.
check out the cathedral. if I'm not mistaken, statistically, religious people are wealthier than atheists.
Is that real?
I think that's true.
I kind of want to look that up now.
I think that's true.
Hey, Gemini. Are religious people wealthier than atheists? Are religious people wealthier than atheists?
Some studies suggest that atheists and agnostics, on average, have higher household incomes than
Other way
many
around,
religious
sir.
groups in the U.S.
Oh my
However, this
goodness.
varies greatly by specific religion.
Atheists and agnostics. Guess which one I am?
Agnostic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agnostic.
What is agnostic?
So the simplest form is we believe in a higher power. We just don't have religious, like we don't conform to any religious belief. We just believe that there's higher power and something out of our control.
So what's the, I guess, like the daily practice or the principles?
There is no daily practice. That's the point. We don't conform to a daily practice. We don't do anything based on a religious belief.
So, and atheists don't believe in a higher power.
Hey, they don't believe in nothing. They believe that we just live and we die. That's it. I believe that something greater than us created all this, but this isn't just made up out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Everything
Type
is
thing.
mathematically works together. Oxygen comes from trees, which comes with.
Why are we waiting for this nigga?
But yeah, oxygen comes from trees. Trees come from the earth, which is fed with rainwater and everything like that. And there's a cycle. It's not a made up, like the cycle just works. We live based off that cycle. We survive based on that cycle. What happens? We're good.
Nah, I thought she was a streamer.
That cycle just works, and it doesn't feel like it's a random cycle. You know? Things just kind of coexist perfectly.
It's got to come from something.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Sun is in the perfect spot to not kill us.
Type shit.
We're in the perfect spot to not get burnt by it, but we have enough. We gain nutrition and nutrients and everything from it. So do plants and everything else that live on Earth. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
We're fucking what, 80% water?
Right.
Like, come on, everything
kind of makes sense.
Everything just makes sense, and that wasn't random. Because if it was random, there'd be multiple planets with multiple people doing the same shit. So, higher power, we just don't confine to any. I'm not gonna go to church every Sunday. Like, I'm not
Type.
gonna,
Yeah. Got you.
that's all it is. What are you?
Christian.
Christian?
Yeah. I believe in God. And that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior.
He said, I believe. Yo, take your phone the other way.
Oh, my fault.
Okay, we're good to go that way. Thank you.
How? But I mostly recommend a Tesla. I like Teslas. I like Teslas a lot. My actual favorite is the Tesla Cybertruck. The Cybertruck is so dope. Especially the best one. Aiden says, yo. Aiden said, hi, what's good? I got a Tesla.
Yo, stop fucking up.
It's good, niggas.
Yo,
I got a Tesla for my 19th birthday. Pretty cool. I'm
must
actually
be good. What the fuck? Good for you. Let me hold $100. Let me get $100.
Give cannot quit yet. $100. Give him a sub. Give
Man, give me a sub, bro.
Give him
Follow me on
100
Twitch.
subs.
Follow me on Twitch.
Follow him on Twitch.
CANIQYET. Cannot quit yet.
Cannot quit yet. Give him 100 subs. No cap.
Let me get that.
What's your highest gifted so far?
Not that much.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10.
3.
Thanks for the 3 gifted subs.
We're almost there, gal. Guys, what the fuck is it? Guys, there it is. I had to see it for a minute there.
Awesome. Yeah, but I was talking to some, I guess, some guys who worked there. One guy, without revealing names, said that he had that urge, fell into the urge with 2 employees. He said there was an issue,
Always.
and then he said she went through his phone,
Oh,
da da
oh.
da.
Oh no.
He said he made both of them quit. And now that guy, he's in good standing. You don't hear about him. Great dude.
Listen, man. I believe it. But mixing work and pleasure is always stressful. But there is no if, ands, or buts about it. You will always deal with stress one way or another. Even if it's consensual, that it's only. I know. Even if it's consensual, that it's only, we only fucking around, we only fooling around. Next thing you know, you in the HR office, like, what's going on?
HR, exactly.
What's happening? There's been rumors about.
It's a bug.
I saw it. The big water bug. You called it a bit. Next thing you know, you're in the HR office trying to explain why,
Why did you grab her ass?
why you got naked pictures of Shorty in your.
She said you groped her.
No. Without permission. Without her consent. Sorry, but we have to let you go.
Yeah. And XYZ says he did that to me too.
Oh. Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You walk into work one day and they call you into the office and you're thinking, oh, what? No, regular day, what could this be? Well, probably some change of policy.
You guys finally gonna give me my raise?
Yeah. Who are the girls you messing around with just sitting there in front of the HR lady? Jeez, I'm
Sorry.
seeing.
Give me the write up. Where's the pen? Where's the pen? I don't want to talk about it. Where's the pen? Thank you.
Why did you imagine just take the write up?
Give me the write up. Is it 1 write up or 2?
I won't do it again.
I can sign the write up in the future if you need me to. I can.
Just preemptive write up. That's great.
So, you remember the runner Siobhan?
Yeah.
So, she was going out. She was fucking with, I think, Ty.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah. I'm so cool with that.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah. They got a baby.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish the best for them.
Yeah, everything's beautiful.
I guess Siobhan's love language is like gifts.
Is it?
Because I think she asked me for something and it was something, I promise it was simple. She asked for something, she said she wanted it. I think it was like food. It was something. I gave it to her while she was at checkout. She gave me a hug while Tyrone and Terrell was at checkout. And Terrell is mad petty. So Terrell said, yo, Tyrone, watch out, my guy. He said, yo, T, watch out. Watch out, Ty.
So I take your girl.
I'm like, oh my goodness. I guess it was just like reciprocation. Obviously nothing.
Nah, they were just good. That's usually how it is.
Can you make me a mod?
Hell no.
I can consider mods, but I this is my first time
Yo,
seeing you.
Give him $10 and make people think about it.
Alright, give it to my Cash App, gang. Thank you. Alright. Very nice.
Track 30.
Word. Natalie says hello. What's good, Natalie?
Thank you, sir.
About to enter the Metro North. So I need to walk up.
lovely when I think everything was.
Ah, that makes sense. Cause why y'all not scanning?
That's what because they see a lot of them see the same thing. Like, they know my face. They barely check. They barely check. I've been doing it so consistently. I've been doing it for months. When they look at me, I always have my phone out. They don't even think. They don't even have to be look at me. That's what they don't look at nothing else. I love it. You gotta switch it up. You can't, like, you know. But they look different every pictures or colors.
Nice, high, good, live vid. Yep. Hello, what's up? What's up, Noah? How old are you, Noah? Good. How old are you? 9. My 9th birthday was my worst birthday. I remember it. It was a birthday I didn't enjoy. It was a birthday I cried. Are you happy? Lag is because I might be temporarily underground right now. We're gonna head outside though, so I'll keep streaming.
What you like about her?
It's a photo from my job. This is a photo of me. We be working. I operate that.
It's not working in your favor. No, that's why it's like it's not really those 3 days you spend like
Some products.
I probably spend more than I spend traveling. It could be bad. Or being bad.
Sometimes we get things for free.
And I
got these for free.
I'm traveling with my family, my children, like I'm like, yo, we're gonna jump like Uber. You know what I'm saying? Just to make the travel easy. I'm not gonna jump in the bus and all that.
sure.
This is what I was talking about. This part of the lot. That's the key.
Cheap, body cheap.
That's the good shit. Yes, I mean, I'm not gonna buy some if I would buy myself.
Elon Musk. Jason says hi. What's up, Jason?
I'm probably not gonna finish those anyway.
It's my Snapchat.
That girl coming. Where you coming?
I'm in Snapchat.
We gonna get it.
I'll probably be on the first one.
So we're gonna be on the main slide.
Yep. I don't know nothing
You got
about
better?
that.
I thought you were doing the main slide.
I'm doing retro, second floor retro. Small.
So you're like Taz slash.
On Twitch. Follow me on Twitch.
By 8 o'clock, I'll actually see what you got. Because she called me, she goes, bring it down. There's a bunch of people that I got some coming down right now. It's something. And I was putting on the Amazon so it's easy. In my mind, I should have just said, yo, I'm going to send it down too, but I want to send it on the road. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to just bring it down physically.
I know how it was pissed, but I didn't hear like the way they broke up. What she was telling me, yo, you need that 905.
Yeah, but what you do is, even if you know what you leave at 9 o'clock, you always say, yo, that's my boss. Like you sit right here, that's my boss. But you never know, things can change or somebody can find some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I always, and even if I know the dispatch time, I always go and reconfirm, yo, can I let this go? Can I close this out? And then they be like, nah, wait for one more piece, or yo, somebody bringing up something, or yeah, close it up. I always ask again. Just like somebody might just find some shit, or you know what I'm saying? Somebody might be on the way down. You might not probably be the last person to know.
It's me when I was younger.
I'm gonna be the sports so I'll be down to the kid. I'll probably be drunk. I'll probably be like drunk. That's the only problem. It's done at the same time. Like, as soon as I put over the help, slide shit over. I'm out. It's like backwards.
It's also me. Girls used to like me. I was so ugly. I wasn't ugly, but girls used to like me. They still probably do. Wait till I get some motion. I don't even know what my facial expression is. It's like I'm kind of like slick fine shit. Like I feel like I'm like actually what Gorilla explains is tall and brown, mixed with a little bit of ugly. They say shoot to shoot. Baby Band said hi. What's up, Baby Bands? How you doing?
That's why it's like.
To the best you want to get home and swallow. I said I'm shopping, that's what I'm about. I said you're more than buzzing on your watch. I was somebody who won't be out the top. Who's out there for me? Who's out there for me? Who's out there for me? And you don't care where to fall. I look chopped. If I don't do my mustache, I look so bad. If my mustache gets too thick, if I don't trim it down, I look bad.
You know how they be remembering certain
It's
things.
a method. They probably get like
Yeah, 3 call, 2 call. Yeah,
there's no fucking way.
I wouldn't be able. I'm not the same nigga that paid already. Like, yo, you got your ticket?
Now you gotta pay attention.
Nigga, I paid
Going off
you.
and coming off.
Yeah, I paid you already, nigga. Nah, I don't think. Show me your ticket, nigga.
Yeah, you're gonna get
I don't trust you. Yeah, show me your ticket.
This is my older cousin. This is when I was a kid. Oh no, this is my family. That's my sister, that's my brother. These are my cousins. And this is when I was younger. This is my brother. I love my brother so much, man. He's very funny. He's naturally funny. This is him too. It's my bro. That's another image of my cat.
8 o'clock.
But I might be.
You know, then I probably go jump in the shower or whatever. My daughter would get up, because my daughter, she gets up at my time sometimes. I take a nap.
Alright, this is a better photo right here.
So she followed me. Yeah, she followed me. So once she get up, you know, I'm just doing my dad shit. She's gonna bag or brushing her teeth, like, you know, just getting with her, playing with her, whatever.
I'm saying this photo, I got like clear skin, you know what I'm saying? Clear skin, I got my little shit right there. Like having this right here, I cut this off.
7 or 8.
I don't need to cut
I would
this
say
off right here.
maybe about 10 o'clock, and that's when I would try to, if I would take her outside to the park, I'll probably put her down. I'll probably take a nap with her and go to bed. She'll take a nap and she'll wake up probably 12 o'clock. And
But
that's
I
when I get
obviously
up
need
and
to
I'm like,
trim
all right,
it.
let me get my shit together.
If I trim it, if I don't trim it, I look chopped.
That's been every day.
This is when I went to,
It's only good now because
believe it or not, it looks incredible in person. It's the most miraculous building. It looks amazing. It people just ask, like, how do you build a building in like a Louis Vuitton? The here is A++. This is my mom.
I gotta be.
My mom looking like. We got the same nose kind of.
I'm still being it's only I'm trying to find a gig that's like 7 to 3 type shit. Or like 9 to 5. That shit is stressful. I'm telling you, it's like if you're not prepared, just do it. Yeah.
This is me and my dark MAGA hat.
If you don't need
Elon MAGA.
they had had to order the niggas in there, nigga. I got pulled in the office and like talked to about not even leaving the locker open.
This is me when I needed a
and I was right
retwist.
there, and they still was like, nah, it has to be closed because you got the seal book and all that. People will be doing whatever the case. You be like, nigga, that's not. Nobody's gonna do that, but it's protocol, it's security, it's law, it's like behind this shit. So yeah. That whole, it was like Tuesday. That whole Tuesday, like, it's just like, in the seal book, who's doing what do you do?
This is me and my dad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had mad shit on my plate. And I'm like, man, I can understand the seal book. And the seal, yeah.
He looks like he's in pain a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Supplies, certain supplies can be opened before you use them. Certain, like, it's like mad.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really think we look alike, but we talk alike.
So that way it's like, fine. The seals over here. All the paperwork over here. Like, it actually be compliant. Exactly. But it's good now. Even when I come in tomorrow, I gotta open that locker. Non-operational things and shit like that.
I feel like I learned from my mom and my dad, man.
No, just for us, because I have to check over his work too.
And my
I
dad.
have to constantly check that over. You can't fail an audit.
I'll stop this next.
So our air license, and if we take the air license, we don't have the air sort. And if we don't have the air sort, what do you mean air sort?
Alright, y'all, we about to head home. This time we got 12:43, which is not bad. 11. Not bad.
Yeah, no, it's easy.
The train is definitely faster.
Just gotta be on your shit. Just gotta be
It just takes longer to get here.
Once you get it, bro, you develop a pattern and routine. Niggas is hating.
Yeah, I'm gonna be catch y'all later. We are now in Fordham Road. The Fordham University. Got the 12 train. And now I'm basically right in front of my crib. The amount that I eat, I get really gassy. But I poop every day, so I hear it's supposed to be 2-3 times a day. I've hit those numbers very seldom in my life. How many times you guys poop? We're back in the Bronx, guys. So there's this girl on my job, right? It's this young lady, fine shit. She might be older than me, to be honest, but there's this lady. She might not be that old. Maybe. Maybe like a 26, 27. But it's this young lady, beautiful woman, who I work with. She be looking good. And her body, she's very petite. Her body is like, God. She got the nice small stomach, small waist, but that ass is there. She got ass. And she's petite. So, if she has the right personality, she's submissive, like she's like adorable. So she look good. Here's the issue. She's the finest lady at the job. No question. Second finest may be the manager. But she's the finest lady at the job. She super tough. So I'm speaking to my guy about it, right? He's like, yo, you can get that. You can get that. You know what I'm saying? She don't want none of these little broke boys in here. And I said, yo, but like, why should I try when the whole site, yo, the fucking boss, the manager's manager, be on her body. In front of everybody, too. Give me her body. I'm talking about on her body. I'm like, I don't know if they like related type shit. But he be on her body. And then I'm like, another nigga be on her body because this nigga like, I said, yo, he's like, who? I'm like, yo, this nigga. He's like, nah, he need to stop. He don't even need to fuck. He got whole shit going on. Child support. He should be focusing on something else. I'm like, yo. But still, like, in order for me to go, I feel like she has to be more on go. You know what I'm saying? I gave her a compliment, but like, go ladies, me. Unless you want to like truly step up and lead. Different story.
What's up?
Alright.
When's your next day off?
Sunday.
After what?
After Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said after the summer. I was like, God damn.
Hey, that would work. I would take it.
I was like, this motherfucker working is gonna be working 7 days a week until after the summer. Now that's a hustler.
Yes, indeed. Right now, I'm looking to. Yo, this has happened. I don't think I've told you. So I've been taking my 23-minute breaks. Let me break this down. New York State law is employers have to give employees a 30-minute break, unpaid break.
Yeah.
I've been taking 23-minute breaks since 2018.
Yeah.
I talked to the supervisor. By the way, I kept my mouth shut. I said to the supervisor, he said, yo, can you take your break at 5 o'clock so I can cover your break for 30 minutes and leave at 5:30? I said, first off, you can leave whenever you want because typically you're not here, and I train my team so that they can cover me on my break. I said, secondly, it's slow, and I take 23-minute breaks, so you're good, yo. He said, take a 30-minute break. I said, no, I take 23-minute breaks. And I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, I respect lead to supervisor conversations where the supervisor, but I said, yo, if you tell me to take this 30-minute break, I'm going to escalate this to Drake because now you're fucking with my money. He said, that's company policy and you're opening yourself up for unpaid overtime. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to call Drake right now. Drake, he works an overnight shift, so he didn't answer. He's like, Drake is asleep. But we're talking about the law, and I'm pushing back. I'm like, yo. But he's taking it personal. I can tell he's getting uncomfortable.
Yeah. Do you Yeah, it feels like it's insubordination.
Yeah. So boom, fast forward, right? I said, all right, I'll take this 30, but I said I'm gonna need Drake to confirm. I said I'm gonna confirm with Drake if I can switch back to the 23s. Drake had a conversation with me the next night. Ming, you're making people feel uncomfortable. They said multiple times when there's policies, you be talking about laws and you be like, yo. He's like, I want you to know your audience, da-da-da. He said, but on the other side, I'm on your side. I want to help you as much as I possibly can. Great conversation with Drake. He's like, yo, I'm a policy person. Let's do the 30-minute break. I said, I got you. I'm not used to taking 30-minute breaks. Fuck around today, I took a 35-minute break. Now I'm really pissed. So I go back to the law, right? I'm like, what fucking law? This is why I don't like regulation or stupid regulation. Regulation obviously for safety, but why would you? So when I was pushing back to Dell, the supervisor, I was like, yo, what fucking policy? This is why I push back on policy sometimes because I'm like I don't like policies that goes against and it hurts the worker, right? So I'm like, yo, I've been getting away with this shit since 2018. And now you're saying because of the policy, but when I'm asking you about the policy, you can't give me a reason why the policy makes sense. And then you tell me the law, and I'm like, yo, I know the law. So I went back to the law, and I was like, I'm going to take a step back. After I had the conversation with Drake, the next day with Dell, I said, yo, Drake said the law is 30 minutes. I checked it. The law is 30 minutes unpaid. I said, you was right, I was wrong. I said, all right, cool, boy. After I took the 35-minute break today, I went back and I checked the law. Because I'm like, what law will make it worse for the worker? Why would you force employers to force employees to take a 30-minute unpaid break rather than just giving them the opportunity to take a break in the first place? That's what the law is in place for. You don't want to have a law that forces employees to not make as much money as possible. Makes sense? So the law says you have to give the employee an opportunity to take a 30-minute break, unpaid, uninterrupted. It's up to the employee if they want to take a shorter break. So I mentioned this to the supervisor. He said, yo, our job as supervisors is technically to enforce the policy. He said HR is who you want to talk to if you want to change policies. It's kind of like politics, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll be having a conversation with HR, and I don't want anybody to take this shit personal. Nigga, make the policy, instead of saying our policy is 30, take your 30-minute break, make the policy up to 30 minutes. If you take more than a 30-minute break, that could be a write-up. But the reason I was taking 27-minute breaks in the first place is because in our chrono system, at 23 minutes, 7 minutes early doesn't trigger. 8 minutes triggers. It goes red, and the supervisors start having, their alarm goes up, and now they have to have a conversation with you. If you go 35 minutes or 36 minutes or something like that, it triggers. Supervisors just like, hey, this is a pattern. They start having conversations with you. So I noticed this shit since 2018. I've been taking 23-minute breaks, and now this motherfucker, somebody gotta take my 30. And I knew I wasn't doing anything wrong because I was getting away with this shit since 2018. So now I'll be having a conversation with HR to get my 23-minute breaks back and help the worker, I'm like, yo, listen, you're literally telling me, and this is why I had an issue. You're telling me, Ming, I'm gonna give you not a demotion, but I'm gonna take. You're not gonna be able to make as much money. You're not gonna be able to work as hard. And I'm like, the reason I'm taking this 23-minute break is because I'm working harder, and I don't need to rest as much.
I didn't have a break for 25 years. And I paid 3 hours straight.
So wait, so you didn't clock out?
Hello, Moto.
I don't know why Jock keeps calling me. And I told him yesterday, and I know it's my fault, but how much did I say to him yesterday? Probably $5.
Well, you know why he's calling.
Yeah. But I had told him yesterday, not that he even listens. He will, if you send me money today, then you're the type of person that sends me money and I'm going to ask you for money tomorrow. And I told him that yesterday. I said, when you try to get money from me tomorrow, the answer is no. And look, he's calling me.
How many times did you call?
He's got wrapped too tight. He's called like today. He called like maybe 5 times. He's just been calling me just now. But before that, he was hitting me up in text saying, call me. And before that, he was hitting me up saying, I'm tired of running from the cops. He either said, thinking about turning myself in, or I'm going to turn myself in. And he goes, maybe at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I had told him that I'm so tired of your lies and your bullshit. It's not even funny, bro. And so one thing he does is he'll go, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get me a job. I got a job interview coming up tomorrow. I'm going to turn myself in. Call me after you do these things. Don't call me to say what you're going to do. So I'll go, oh, he's got a job interview. Let me send him some money. No, nigga. Didn't I tell you that your bullshit has ran thin and has ran out? And even though I know that, and even though I told him that, I still sent the money. But, again, boom. Accountability, my fault. He feels like I'm his last leg to get money from. He can sense, like a wolf. He can sense my vulnerability, like, nobody else fucks with me. Ming done blocked me. Nobody fucks with me. But Dad, every once in a while he'll send me $5. Maybe 10 if I'm lucky. He tells me, can you send me some money so I can go to the store, get some chips, get something to drink because I haven't eaten, and then I'll send him the $5. He'll say, I spent it on cigarettes. I said, you should have bought a couple of cigarettes, a couple of bags of chips, and a drink. Nah, you chose to spend it all on cigarettes, and now you asking me for more money? The most insane shit I've ever heard is when you said that he asked you for $40 and you sent it to him, and an hour later he was asking you for another $40. Because remember I told you, crack, part of the high is wanting more. So you sent him that $40 and he was smoking lovely. And so within another hour, and again, with his thinking, it's like, well, if you send me money, I'm going to ask you for more money. And that's the reason why, just in general, it's not a good idea to loan people money. Even people out on the street. And from time to time, I'll give somebody $1 on the street. But when your mother was here, this was months and months ago. I think Shy asked your mother for $20. I sent Shy $20. When I sent Shy the $20, I said, I don't want this to be like you're starting up asking me for money because I'm sending you this now. She said, no. And boom, she asked me for money a couple of times after that. For her lights, and I know all about the $5 a day for the lights and shit. And, so, and the last time, she even got bold because the last time she was talking to your mother, she said to your mother, is Jimmy there? Can I talk to Jimmy? Boom, she needs this, that, for the car, whatever. And I know Shy, she's not at all half as bad as Jaquan, but I know Shy smokes crack too. So, and I know that her boyfriend, Black, sells crack. And that's part of the reason why Jaquan got hooked in the first one. And Black, recently, and maybe he still is, was locked up. So, the life of a crack dealer. Back and forth to jail. Don't know how to do nothing else but fucking sell crack. So as soon as you get out of jail, you sell more crack. It's just a matter of time before you go back to jail. What a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You selling crack to supposedly who's supposed to be your family. And crack dealers are bums. We be having this glorified notion in our minds what a crack dealer is. They're bums. 9 times out of 10, they still live with their mama. They live with their girlfriend off of her welfare, paying a rent, That whole scenario.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a cycle that, of course, we're caught up in. Teddy, I'm glad he got through to me because he sent the 800 because he made a mistake. He sent me a 400. My app for my bank is on my old phone. You know, I got 3 phones. It's on my first phone, my ancient phone with the real slow speed. So when he sent it to that phone, it took a long time, not a long time, but it took some time before it registered because the speed is so slow on that phone. So I kept telling him it didn't register, and he sent you $400. And then after he sent you $400, my $400 that he was sent me at first, it registered. So with the 800, I said, yo, when I get my money next week, I'll give you the 800 back. He knows my word is good. He said, all right. Today, I had to tell him, yo, all I can give you is 500. I'll give you 300 next month. But when I found out that Jose didn't ask me for no more money, I guess because it's a studio and not a 1-bedroom, and he was satisfied with the $780 I gave him, you know, he probably folded that up and put that on top of his already knot. And he changed his knot into a wad. So he ain't asked me for no money. And I sent you your 800 back, and I sent Teddy, instead of 500, I sent him his 800. Now, if Jose would have took the money, and I was going to ask Jose, but I ain't even mentioned it. I said, I'm not going to mention it if he don't mention it. Because sometimes I tend to run my mouth, and I put my foot in it. So, you know, I need to, like, be a businessman and say, I'm not going to mention money if he don't mention it. When he mentions money, then I'll go, well, it should be less money I'm giving to you than the 2,600 because I have now a studio when my voucher was for a 1-bedroom. So, you know, he ain't asked for no money. So I called Teddy up. I said, yo, what's your number? I wanted to look to see if it was the right number on the Zelle.
But maybe, I guess the extra money, I don't know. The extra money from the voucher.
Yeah, the
Plus-
extra money from the voucher
Plus the cash.
is going to go back into the city. But
Okay.
the good thing is, sometimes people have a voucher, but the rent is more than their voucher. So they have a voucher, and the voucher is paying 70% of the rent, but
Right.
they're still paying $200, $300, $400.
Yeah.
The good thing is that you and I are going to be living rent-free, and the fucked up shit is that we're staying in a fucking studio. The, you know, good thing, one of the good things is that it's just one flight up. It's on the second floor, one flight up. It's not that 5 flights, but that apartment was so great that I didn't mind those 5 flights. I was with it. I said, yo, this is exactly what we need. This new apartment that we got in the nick of time, Jose came through in a clutch. And this one has a bathtub too. Not a big one, like how that one was in Ogden Avenue. The one in Ogden Avenue was like Paula's tub. Big motherfucker. But this is at least still a tub. And we don't have to just be taking showers.
Well, I mean, it's good news so far. Looking forward to the keys.
Yeah.
Once you get the keys, I can help you move in, and I can stay here until the wheels roll off,
Yeah.
or until I guess the rims scrape. I like whatever.
Yeah. Which they're already scraping. But again, and this is just an assumption, which you should never assume. My assumption is the reason why the shit hasn't went to the marshal is because the judge gives the paperwork that says we have to move out at the end of the month to the landlord, and the landlord gives the paperwork to the marshal. The judge don't send the paperwork straight to the marshal. The judge sends the paperwork to the landlord. The landlord is missing in action, as we found out from Brooklyn. So that's the reason why it's probably went 3 months. No fucking marshal.
Yeah.
And again, there's somebody living in the studio. He's waiting for like 2 weeks, and then he's gonna move out to a 1-bedroom. He's gonna do what I want to do in 10 months. Transition from the studio to a 1-bedroom. The reason why I couldn't get a 1-bedroom is because we ain't got enough time, and we're in a clutch situation. And, you know, we're getting ready to lose the fucking... And Jose don't normally even work in the office because he's a manager. He don't normally even work on weekends. So that's why on Thursday he said to me, when he said come in Friday, tomorrow, he said tomorrow's the day. Now I told you not the first time, but the last time, not today, the last time that I was in the office, which was probably Tuesday, I had to wait 2.5 hours before I seen him. And then he said because he's trying to get in contact with the manager from Ogden Avenue. Today, I had to wait for Jose for 4 hours. But I had plenty enough patience because I got patience anyway, on top of the fact that I ain't got nothing better to do, on top of the fact that I ain't got no choice. Because I'm getting ready to lose my motherfucking Section 8. Like I said to you in the text, I had a dream a couple of days ago that I was asking around, checking apartments, couldn't get the Section 8 activated. The place where I'm going, where Jose works, that didn't even exist in my dream. I couldn't get nothing going when it came to that Section 8. Right before I wake up, I'm saying to myself, yeah, I'm fucked. I'm getting ready to lose this voucher. I wake up with high anxiety, and when I wake up, I say, oh shit, I got that shit going for me. Because you know how dreams are real. I said, I got that going for me. I still got Jose. I got a shining light.
Yeah.
As opposed to my dreams, I had nothing.
Just a dream.
Just a dream.
Well, I'm still looking for the keys.
But I say dreams are real because in that moment, in your dream, that's
how it feels.
Real. And that's the reason why sometimes I wake up and I go, I was with my mother last night. Because I still dream about my mother. I still dream about my sister. So my dreams give me a chance to be with my mother again. At least deep inside my psyche. But you're right, you know. Once we get them pretty little keys in our hands, that's going to be the prettiest thing we've seen in a long time. That damn key.
With Ja, I assume you and Mom are Grant Cardone's mom. You guys are like the last legs before possibly Jaquan changes his life.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and I give him like, you know, he'll ask for $10, I'll give him $5. A lot of times I ignore him. I told you I'm not going to block him, but I'll ignore the shit out of him. And I told him that. But your mother will get paid and she'll fucking throw him like $100.
Right.
So you know he be smoking lovely. She be throwing him $50. shit like
Well,
that. And she knows that he's fucking up his money. He's smoking that shit up.
Yeah, so that would obviously. Um, Now, well, mom, I didn't ask her for anything, but when she mentioned food stamps, and we just came from the gym, I'm like, well, perfect. I mean, I see she's a great mom. Like, she's helping. All she focuses on is her kids. It's her paycheck, and that's all she thinks about.
Right.
Um,
If she thinks about herself, it'll be menial, like a uniform or some lashes, shit like that.
so I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity. This is something that you can help me with.
Yeah.
A protein.
She didn't spend her food stamps on me because again, she said she thought she had a couple of $100. She had $26. She spent money on me. All the things I asked for came to $89. She spent her cash on that. So
Yeah, very selfless.
yep, she got me cat food and everything.
But before that, I'm like, yo, I'm the most entrepreneurial in the family. But I'm like, that's not my money.
Oh, and what I started to tell you about Teddy, since, we're talking about money. He said, yo, because I said, we got into some kind of conversation, and sometimes we go back and forth, sometimes we argue, sometimes we yell at each other, call each other names, all that shit. But we're brothers.
Shout out to Aaliyah.
So he was like, I was like, I asked for a favor, but I don't beg you. He said, yes, you did. And I said, no, a beggar is somebody who asks you for money once a week, once every other day, once a day. He said, no. He said, I'm gonna tell you why you begged, because he said there ain't nowhere in the world that you're living rent free. And Althea says the same thing. But when Althea says it, it registers because she's talking to me good sense. And she said all that time, and I had told you this, that she was in the shelter before she got her crib. She used her voucher. She said she saved up $21,000. And she don't even hardly make that much money. She don't even make the money that I make with between my disability and my mom's check. She don't even make $2,500 a month, and she saved up all of that money. But Teddy said, you are a beggar because you should have a lot of money saved up. You shouldn't have to ask anybody for anything. And that shit registered like a motherfucker. So, when we go to this place, I splurge from time to time because I'm retired and I enjoy life. I like to enjoy life. I like the finer things in life. I like to,
Well, this country's pretty cool. So here's a proposition you might not like. I'm thinking now, the leverage changes once the eviction is out. But with the favors and the value that I give you, I'm sort of like an employee outside of, and I don't even mind like helping and things like that. And I was really excited when I got my money back because, it's my money. And obviously I want to do really well so that I can help the people around me, obviously you included. So I'm thinking $500 a month. I'm like an extraordinary employee where the menial things, I think that I'm definitely worth more than that. For the things that I already do and the things that I'll continue to do, going above and beyond. And again, this is your voucher, so I didn't have to put a dime up, but I don't mind. Well, I did mind, but I feel like I should do this right. And so And again, the more I succeed, the more the people around me succeed. The more I succeed, the more you succeed. And so for me to like I need to lock in. Obviously, I need every single dollar that I make, and I feel like that's what I'm worth.
Well, I have a counter to that. And just the same way as you said to me before you started, you said, you might not like this. I have a counter to that, and you might not like this. But when you the other day said to me, uh, you know, if you want to donate, then, you know what I'm saying? Or when I uh, eat stuff, I like chocolate protein shakes, protein bars, and that's fine. But when you said donate, that made me say to myself, because the other day before that, you said, and I'm saying, and this is the conversation we had a couple of days ago, I had said to you, it's weird to me, and maybe this is me, and I get 150%. Because the thing about us two, we probably know each other better than anybody knows us. That's why we don't really argue. We discuss, we reason, and we come to a conclusion on the things that we talk about, even if we disagree. But when you said, forget about when you said, I have no problem with being homeless, because that shit is so bizarre to me, so outlandish. I don't have enough adjectives to even speak on that shit.
I feel you.
When you said to me, well, if you want to donate, and I said, okay, so we're in this situation right here, which we need every dollar we can get. You bagged a job. Now, all this time, for all these years, I've been, again, and I'm not saying it like, yo, man, I've been putting money in your pocket. I was just saying, as truth. All of these years, I never complained. I put money in your pocket. And, again, like you just said, you know, all of the favors that I do you, you told me that I don't even consider them favors because I would do it for you anyway, Dad. And you be paying me and you be putting money in my pocket and you be like throwing me a 20 for me to go to the store for you and shit like that. So you told me you don't even consider it a favor. You're doing it because you're my son and you know that I need your help and you don't even expect when I give you money. All of these years, you haven't been working. When you was working, doing the marketing thing or sales, you wasn't making no money. And so, you know, you do me little things and you go to the store for me and you do this and you do that and you help me out and you go to court with me and sometimes you go to the hospital with me and all of that shit. But you told me that you do that and you would do that shit for me for free because I'm your dad. I need your help. I've always helped you, and now I'm older and I need help, and now you're helping me. So when you told me that, and you did tell me this even before you got your job, you made it plain that I'm going to spend all my money on my platform. Now, we're in this situation where we're fucked up in the game. Now, the thing that threw a wrench in that whole scenario, that it wipes all of that shit out because you said, well, I have no problem with being homeless. I'm like, what did he just say? God, I know. I don't believe in you because I don't believe in things that don't exist. But can you please give me a sign and please tell me that he didn't say what he just said? That he don't have a problem with being homeless. So when you said to me that the next day or a couple of days later, yo, if you want to donate, and I'm like, okay, so we're in a situation where we got another resource. For years, we've only had my little bullshit ass, peanut ass disability. Now we got this other resource because you got the job, and we really are in dire straits right now. But meanwhile, you're taking your money and putting it on your platform. And I know why. Because like you said, this is the life of an entrepreneur. And entrepreneur stays focused during the bad times. And I know that you're focused. You've always been a focused dude, even when you wasn't working, even when you had no money. You've always been focused on your future. But right now, and again, an entrepreneur don't give a fuck about none of that shit. The entrepreneur is like, yo, I know we all fucked up in the game, but I'm going to take my money and put it towards my platform. So that, surprise, even though I got a job, you'll still be using all your little bullshit ass resources. Because I'm going to take my money that I got a job for, that we could use within this scenario, and put it towards my platform. So me getting a job, that don't get excited. Like, me getting a job is going to help our situation, that the fact that we're fucked up right now and we can really, really use that money. Because you remember what I said that day that you said, well, I don't mind being homeless. I said, and this is before you even said that shit, because once you said that shit made everything null and void. Once you said that shit, I was like, oh, please, he's out of it. First of all, as bad as we need money, he got a job. Now we got resources. Now we got that second resource that we need. He's going to take his money and put it towards his shit, and we still fucked up just the same way as before you got the goddamn job. Now, I know you're like, well, this is the life of an entrepreneur. This is the sacrifices that you make that's going to make you successful in the future. It's just like a nigga who talks about, I used to sleep in my car. Tiffany Haddish said she was doing comedy clubs and she was sleeping in her car.
Yeah, Elon, he was given a choice to either pay $300 for rent or to put it towards the business, and he decided to put it towards the business and stay
and sleep on his friends' couches.
Yeah. And then once he sold his company, he took the profits to start a couple other companies, maybe a few other companies with the profits.
When you said, I don't mind being homeless, I don't know what your thinking was at the, because you know me.
The shelter.
Huh?
The shelter.
Right. Meanwhile, again, with that, and I gave you the perfect scenario. Mike Tyson said, everybody can box until they get punched in the face. Everybody can be homeless until they get in the shelter, and they be like, what the fuck was I thinking?
No, man. If I don't like the shelter, then I can use my cash, my income to move into the room situation.
Yeah, but you can't do that because you're taking all your resources and putting it towards your platform.
And I can reallocate that. It's my decision what I do with my money.
Right.
It's
absolutely.
It's more so to fund the business. The business is what funds the lifestyle. And I can understand this is like because I guess you've been an employee all your life.
Mm-hmm. So
I guess it's a certain way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I can respect it. I want above average results. I want extraordinary results, and so I have to be willing to do the things that most people are not willing to.
Right. Sacrifice.
Which is and that's a lot of my pleasures, a lot of things that I want to do for the business, for the betterment of the business.
Right.
And
which is some things you want to do for your future, for your family.
Once the business grows to an adequate amount, the business will fund even more than what I can ever imagine or anything that I ever want. And at that point, it's like, okay, well, how can I help? How can I give? What what cause can I contribute to?
So and you've always been generous to me. I've always been generous to you. We've always looked out for each other. You going, well, all the favors that I've done for you. Oh, so now they're favors? I thought you was helping me out. I didn't know that they were favors. I didn't know that now you're talking about, well, this is what I'm worth. And, now all of a sudden we're negotiating and talking about business. But back to what I was saying, when you said to me, well, the other day when you were saying, well, this is what I like um, protein shakes, chocolate protein shakes, protein bars. And that was the same day that you said, and anytime you want to donate. And I was like, first of all, we all fucked up right now. We need money more than any motherfucking thing. You maybe got the luxury to go, I'll stay in the shelter. They don't take cats in the shelter. I don't have that luxury. That's one. On top of the fact that I'm not staying in the motherfucking shelter anyway, because for some reason, I think that you think, and I'm being presumptuous, and you should never be presumptuous, that I'm like, well, does he think because his mother said that the shelter is a hotel that he's going to be staying somewhere like the Savannah Suites? And I don't necessarily think that you think that, but when you go, I don't really mind being homeless, and you're talking about the shelter?
My living condition is already
Fucked up.
not the best. I'm more so focused on saving money so that I can invest more into the business.
Yeah. Well, you're thinking about taking your money and put it in the business, not saving money. But I don't know what you're thinking, and I'm not going to act like I know what you're thinking, and I'm not going to tell you what you're
That's
thinking.
exactly right. And instead of spending money on rent, I would be investing money into the business.
Right. Because I'm saying, well, if he's thinking about the shelter, so what if the shelter, because your mother's been in Queens, she's been in the Bronx, she's in Manhattan right now. What if the shelter sends you to Staten Island? How you gonna even get to fucking work? You gonna travel 3 hours to work?
I'll take the ferry. So there's a guy who works in Staten Island, where I'm at. The whole thing is about the money. Like, I think this is the entire thing, and this is one of the reasons why I haven't had the balls to charge you, is because I assume the reason for us to be in a situation, if you can imagine, I said I didn't mind, but I feel like I should do what's right. I'm like, yo, who helped you start investing? Who helped you start investing in the crypto? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who helped you get the voucher? Like, all of these things. And it was more so to help you. You know what I'm saying? And for us to be in a situation to where I got to front something where I'm building great momentum that can change the both of our lives, and I got to front because of irresponsibility, it pissed me off. So I'm like, yo, I assume, where does this irresponsibility come from? Let's go a layer deeper. I assume it's because of a lack of purpose. The purpose was focused on you instead of focused on, I don't know. But I'm like, okay, well, this would give him something to focus on. You've got excess money, and you've told me multiple times, even if it's 1,000, I should be able to have I should have $1,000 or something like that a month that I should be able to save, no matter what, regardless of the situation, this circumstance, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, well, I've been with you long enough to I understand your financial situation. I'm like, he's mentioned that he wants to contribute to what I'm doing. He wants to help. And obviously, if you do help, then you benefit. It's not like immediate, but
So you're talking about, and you said it the other day, you said some people who try to make something happen online, they got to wait 10 years before they blow up. and most people, and that's a normal thing. You said, I want to do it to whereas it's going to take 3 years, 3.5 years. And I'm like, so what are we going to be doing in the meantime? Starving for 3 years, 3.5 years? Because the resources that we needed, and you look at it like it's taking away from something, and I see it like, yo, this is the resource that we needed to at least help out for right now, because you heard me say, yo, because when we get our place, when we get in our apartment, when we get the keys in our hands, yo, go crazy with your money. But when you said to me, yo, I'm taking all my money and I'm putting it in, and I'm like, yo, is he realizing that we're like this close from being out on the goddamn sidewalk? And does he even know what that feels like? Because your grandmother was out on the sidewalk, only she was able to skip over the sidewalk and go live with Kenesha. And I know she didn't want to do that shit, because your grandmother likes her own shit. But
So, there's a couple things. One, when I mentioned a donation, I mentioned that I understand we're in the situation that we're in, and I wanted to mention this sooner. The other thing, I have a suggestion. You don't have to take it, but if there's something that you feel or something that you want to say, something that perhaps is bothering you, you can mention it in the moment. I don't mind addressing anything, or there's nothing that I think I can handle it.
well, I said it. You said, I have no problem with being homeless right now, and I said to you, are you even listening to yourself right now?
That's great, but for situations where the donation, if there was something, or if there's a trigger or whatever, if there's something that you didn't agree with, you can.
I let that shit go over my head.
Right. You don't have to.
I'm like, not only are you putting all your money that we need right now in your platform, which is fine, it's your money, you work for it, you deserve it.
And I want you to understand that this is something that you need. This is your voucher. I've mentioned multiple times that I don't mind staying here until the wheels fall off. I mentioned multiple times that I don't mind going to the shelter because I'll be saving money on rent.
And a voucher that you did do the due diligence to get, and you go in the store for me, and all that shit that you do for me, the way I see it, and maybe I could be wrong, and maybe it seems like I'm taking it for granted when I say, yo, you supposed to do those things. I don't ever say that shit.
Well, if that's how you feel, I can always decide not to.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
So
That's just like you're deciding not to put any resources into our fucked up situation right now. You're choosing to put your resources elsewhere.
Yeah, and by the way, I made the decision. I gave the 8.
Yeah. I know. That's
no,
why you was happy that I gave it back.
So I don't feel like it's an obligation. Another reason I'm advocating for this $500 a month, and now that the voucher's going through, I guess we can have a conversation about that. But this is more. I was thinking more so 500 if the voucher doesn't go through, and there's a chance it doesn't. But nonetheless, the Bitcoin was supposed to be okay. Let's say 1,000 a month at the high end. But Bitcoin won't say where the fuck is my money. So
The 500 to me is not only am I not getting help, because the help that I thought that I was going to have, the help, and it's not about helping me, it's about helping us and helping our situation. The help that I thought that was going to come from you, it's just like at one point, you was giving me $350, half of the rent here. You was giving me half of the Con Edison bill here. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't stress it. I don't push it. I don't yell at you. I don't go crazy. I don't go psycho like your mom's. I'm not toxic. None of that shit. I can let all that shit go over my head. But I said, okay, so now the one little bit of resources that we finally got, because you finally decided to get a job, because before you was like, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to go backwards. I like doing this marketing shit. I can make a lot of money. You know, this sales. I keep calling it marketing, but you know what I'm talking about. And
I wanted to going back to work would be the last resort.
right. And I've always supported you. Now, I'm saying, okay, so now you put in your resources, and I know you explained it. Why? I know. I get it. I know why. And again, we can agree to disagree. Because we're a lot alike each other, but we're also individuals. And we're individualists. So now you're taking your resources and putting it, and I know why, again, but you're putting it to the side and not even adding to this situation because you don't mind being homeless. And the little bit of fucking money that I got on top of everything else, you want me to give you $500 so I can give it to you so you can put it there too. I'm like, because when you mentioned it the other day, I was like, yeah, I really don't see that happening. You can take all your money and put it towards your shit and not help this situation and not add to the situation. Fine. Because even with me talking to you, maybe I kind of made a breakthrough and I got through to you and you agreed to give me $800. And you came through. Which I know you really didn't want to. You know? And I know when I gave you that $800, I know what you was going to do with it. What you said what you was going to do with it. Take all your resources and put it to the side. Now, my little money that's still here, my little disability money that's still here, that's been paying for everything. Food, everything. You know, maybe you get food now from your job. Maybe you got a little bit of money in your pocket now. You can stop at a store in Manhattan and buy yourself whatever, you know, a snack or whatever. Like you said, protein bar, chocolate, protein drink, whatever. Because you got money in your pocket now, which is good. I'm glad. But now, the little bit of disability money that I get, that I've been using and chipping from and paying for all the resources, because you remember the conversation I had with you, it don't matter. You don't have to adhere to it. You can do what you want to do. It's your money. You work for it. It's your money. You're a grown man. Make your own decisions. You can spend it any way you want to spend it. But now, the little bit of money that I got, my disability money that I've been chipping away, buying food, you know, taking care of shit. Even when those times when you was doing stuff for me, and again, going to the store with me, you know, I could have like threw you $5 and shit like that. Or not give you anything, because it's like you said, I didn't even expect no money from you, Dad. I would do that shit anyway. I appreciate it. You know, you go to the store for me, boom, I give you $20. Boom, 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 $20. So I was taking care of you that whole time. Matter of fact, again, for the last couple of years, you haven't been working. You haven't been making no money in sales. I've been taking care of everything. Food, this, that. Am I going to complain? Hell fucking no. Because it's just like you said, when it came to me, you don't expect anything. So that's the reason why I showed you My love for you is unconditional. I don't sit around and go, yo, I'll be giving you money. Yo, you ain't been working. I'll be giving you money when you go to the store. I'll be giving you like $20 just to go to the store for me. I'll be looking out for you. I'll be holding you down. I'll be, trying to keep a little bit of money in your pocket because I know that you're not working. You're not bringing in the income right now. You don't have any resources. So I've been holding you down with my little bullshit disability money, my fixed income money. I do that shit for you. And I don't expect anything back. So I feel the same way you feel. I would do that shit for you anyway. And I'm not going to complain about that shit. Because, first of all, the kind of person you are, you're a good person. You see how I talk to Jaquan now. Because I'm sick of his bullshit. So, like I told him, the more you push me, the more I'm going to bring you further and further and further down the rabbit hole. And Jaquan has all the traits of a drug head, a junkie, a crackhead. Yeah. All of the traits. The lying. He lies so much. He lies to himself. He says stuff like, yo, you know I'm doing bad right now. Like somebody's supposed to feel sorry for him.
Sympathy.
Yeah. And then he'll ask you for money tomorrow. I said, dude, first of all, who the fuck still smokes crack nowadays? I said, you know why a lot of niggas in New York don't smoke crack? Because we know that is a drug of a loser. That's why I never smoked it. I've smoked it. But that's the reason why I didn't make it a habit and I stayed away from it and I left it alone altogether. Because the people in the hood, everybody knows what everybody do. I don't want the reputation of a fucking crackhead. You know, because a crackhead don't give a fuck. You see, a bitch will sell her body. So you know. That's, she giving up her humanity. The shit that makes her human. Yeah. For that shit. And the motherfucker that don't smoke that shit, they don't understand because they be like, yo, you selling your body for that? That's meatball shit. That's clown shit. That's cornball shit. But anyway, back to what we was talking about. When you said, because just now you said $500 a month, I'm like, and you're kind of like describing it like a salary. And again, I'm saying, well, already I done got on your case for the fact that we need some of that money at least. We need some kind of contribution to this shit that we going through right now. And you're putting that shit all on your, I kind of see it as selfish if I didn't know you. I know that you're doing it for a good reason. And the ends justifies the means. I get it. I get all of it. But again, a couple of days ago when you said, if you want to donate, I'm like, dude. You mean you putting all your money in this right here, which is fine. Again, you grown. Do what you want with your money. It's your money. You're my son. I love you. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to go, hell, listen, motherfucker. You're going to have to give some money up for the house, bro. Fuck you doing? I'm not going to go there. I never go there. I've never went there. And I'm not going to go there. Because again, look how much you look out for me. Look how much you contribute to looking out for me. Look how much you've been like a caretaker for me. Look how much you have helped me out medically, wrapping my wounds and all that shit. I know that shit ain't all glamorous and all that shit. And I know I appreciate all of that shit. Just the same way as you appreciate all of the stuff that I do for you. Now, you might look at it like, well, you're not taking my platform as serious as I'm taking it, Dad. That's your platform. Just like I feel like you're not taking this situation that we're fucked up right now as serious as I'm taking it. That's my situation. Because I'm speaking on this shit right now, but I'm not going, yo, man, you should at least fucking, you getting paid every goddamn week, goddamn. Give up a couple of dollars for the fucking house. You take all your shit and put it to the side and you just like, yo, fuck this situation and I don't mind being homeless. And what? What? And then you're going to ask me, so if you want to donate, and I'm like, oh, okay. So you putting all your money in that, and you want me to contribute to you putting your money in that while we fucked up in the game. We fucked up out here. We dead in the water. We this close to the goddamn street. Because I can't think like you. I don't mind being homeless. Shit. Nah. I ain't trying to sleep in my car. I ain't trying to be homeless. I ain't trying to live in the shelter. None of that shit. And I know that, one, it's a miracle that the marshal hasn't been called yet. And two, it's a miracle that we got the voucher taken care of before it expired. Tomorrow. Not tomorrow's the last day, but it's supposed to expire on tomorrow. We can't count on it being like, well, tomorrow is Sunday, the deadline, so maybe they're gonna, just disregard Sunday because, Sunday is a non-day for NYCHA and all that stuff. So the last day will probably be Monday, but it would be the same thing as Sunday because we can't do nothing on Sunday. Regardless. Because again, it's a non-day. Nights is closed, everything's closed. Jose is not in the office. I think Jose has the weekends off. I went to Jose's office, I think last Saturday, and the guy, he comes in and he goes, Jose's not here. And I said, yeah, I just spoke, and the guy didn't really speak good English. So I said, yeah, he's coming in. No, he's not here today. He's not here. And I said, yeah, I just got through speaking to him on the phone. He'll be here. Because the guy was saying that Jose's not here today because evidently Jose don't work on the weekends. Jose don't have to work on the weekends because Jose is the manager of the whole place. So everybody else works on the weekends, but he don't have to work on the weekends. He don't work on the weekends. That's the reason why Jose said to me, today's the day. Talking about yesterday, Friday. But I think you and I see eye to eye when it comes to our individual situations. I feel like I don't really understand your thinking when it comes to our situation and your resources, which could help. And I appreciate the $800 today. I know it was a sacrifice for you. I know you feel at least you got better things to do with your money. Because again, if you say some shit like, I don't mind being homeless, then like I said, that shit null and voids everything. Hey, I might as well stop right there. Nothing for me to talk about. Once you say some shit like that. That's why all I could think about to say was, yo, you listening to yourself right now, bro? Am I in an alternate universe?
I'll tell you.
And when you get in the motherfucking shelter, you're gonna be like, yeah, this wasn't this ain't it. This is not it. This is not a good idea. This shit, you see how your mother every day she comes here and she like, I gotta get the fuck out of that place. Even I told her, yeah, when you go see Parliament on August 22nd, I said, concert starts at 8. You can leave at 10:30, which, you know, George Clinton will probably finish to about 10 o'clock, 10:30 anyway. Because he likes to give a good long show. That's a good long time. 2 hours, 2.5 hours. He's 80 years old now. You know, he ain't trying to be out there like he used to be. Staying on stage until they fucking turn the lights off on him and pull a plug. But, so I said to her, you can stay, and then, whether the concert's over or not, leave at 10:30, and then you can get back to the shelter by 11. Concerts in Times Square. The shelter's right there, a block away from Times Square. And, you know, you don't have to lose your room. She's like, no, I want to have, this is George Clinton. I want to have a good time. I don't care about losing my room. I'm ready to get the fuck out of that shelter regardless. So, yeah. And now she's even talking about, she's back to what you and I, we ain't really got the room. She's talking about, you know, maybe I can come stay with y'all. Which I'm not going to deny your mother. I'm not going to say no. I know that last incident, she was extremely toxic when she went with me to the office and she was raising her voice. It was weird because it was an opposite effect, because I went in the back and talked to the guy, and I came out and talked to your mother and gave her good news that the guy said he'll probably be able to find me a place. And she starts just talking shit, but she was a little drunk, a little saucy, a little high. And I said to her, I said, yo, on the weekends when you work with them crackers, do you be like fucking showing out? But you want to come with me to an important thing? I said, I'm not going to let you fuck this shit up for me. Because they could have been like, oh shit, they loud and belligerent. I can't give them an apartment.
Right.
You know, she was very toxic that day. And then another thing about your mother is, when she gets like this, I don't fuck with her. It's time for her to go. When we got back home, you and I was talking. You was standing right there. I was talking to you. And she gets like this from time to time. She didn't even drink that much. She goes, why you talking about that? That ain't got nothing to do with me. When she gets like that, she gotta go. She gotta go. Yo, Ming, did you buy the apples? Why you talking about apples? Apples ain't got nothing to do with me. When she gets like that, she gotta go. And then when I tell her why everything gotta be about you, she'll go, that's what my ex-husband used to say. Now I'm leaving. I'm like, standing ovation. So when she gets like that, she's real toxic and she's real selfish. And I know she's a little drunk. I don't like toxic. I don't do toxic. And so the last time she came, and she always goes, it's okay, I'll move on. And I wrote her in a text. She said it in a text. And I said, what is this, the 101 and 101, you know, the 101st time that you moved on? And then, you know, when she calms down a couple of days later, she hit me up. When she hit me up, I answered the phone like this. What's up, babe? And she said, that's what I wanted to hear. You know, she was wondering whether I was still going to be mad at her or whether I'm going to be my normal self. I'm my normal self because you're never going to go, whether you're drunk, high, sober, you're never going to go with me to an important meeting again. So, I'm good. I'm good.
That reminds me of when my ex hit me up like 2 years later, and I was talking to her, and I was like, no, why am I even talking to you? Yo, you. And I like held the grudge, and I ripped into her. I could tell like by her energy, she didn't appreciate it. I assume women want you to accept them the way they are, the best
Yeah.
versions of them, the
You,
worst
the
versions
worst
of them.
versions. You really was just getting something off your chest. And you was saying how you feel. And you didn't mince any words because some people need to hear the truth. And when I go off on Jaquan, I said to him, yo, call this tough love, man. And when you ask me for money tomorrow, no, first of all. And second, I'm going to go into you even more. I'm going to bring you farther down the rabbit hole. Because he said to me earlier today, I'm going to turn myself in. I'm tired of running from the cops. This is all in text. But I'm going to go in at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, I know that he's not going to do that. Because if he was going to do that, you wouldn't even have to tell me you're going to do it. You would do it. That's like one of them niggas that always talking about killing themselves. And Ja goes there, too. Because he's always looking for that sympathy. No, don't kill yourself. Okay, I'll send you $20. A nigga who always talking about killing themselves, but they don't do it, they was never planning on doing it. They using that to try to get some money out of you. They exhausted every other fucking plan and trick. So, you know. And he's not even a good liar. But your girlfriend, you know what toxic is? When you was at that event and then she came back in the place and went, I fucked up your car. That's toxic. Like a motherfucker.
I also hear that women want. I've heard a woman tell me this. She said, I like a guy who can put me in my place.
Right. Because for her to
Yes.
even be that bold, that comfortable to say some shit like that to
Well,
you,
I guess they want to have fun. So
they wanna,
remember-
but she wanted to say that to you, I fucked up your car, because she felt comfortable, like, I can say that to him, and he's still gonna give me a ride home.
Well, mind you, before I guess she really got crazy. For one, I should accept her the way she is. The good, the quirky, the weird, the bad, the annoying, everything. It's like total commitment. But one thing I mentioned to her, we were having conversations, I think, about sex, and she's telling me what she wants, what she likes, and I'm a little high school teenager, and I'm like, she was honest. She was 100% honest with me, but I'm an unexperienced high school teenager, so it kind of creeped me out a little bit.
I want you to lick my ass, and when you lubricate my asshole, I want you to fuck me in the ass. You're like,
Yeah.
you're like, ew.
Right. Exactly. She says smack her, choke her, call her a bitch, things like that.
Spit on her.
Yeah, and I'm a teenager. So now those things, I feel it's almost like I have a desire to, do those.
Yeah.
things to women.
Because she has a low self-esteem, and also that women see domination in a man through stuff like that.
Like attraction. Yeah.
And that's the reason why, again, you see a lot of beautiful women with ugly ass motherfuckers. Because the ugly ass motherfuckers, they got nothing to lose. So they talking to everything moving. And again, they're saying to themselves, if I can talk to 100 women a day and I can just grab one of them out of that 100. Now tomorrow I'm going to talk to another 100 and I'm going to grab another one. And then by the end of the week, I'm gonna have 7 girls.
And those numbers can add up. Those numbers can actually work. It's,
Absolutely.
It's guys where that's their lives.
Right. Right.
We can do your feet. But we had a conversation, and she said this is what she likes, and I kind of gave her that response, kind of like the ill response, like the immature
Yeah.
response.
Because you wasn't used to it.
Yeah. And I mentioned, in order for me to get that aggressive, you probably like in order for me to get that mad. She says like the domination. In order for me to get that mad, you have to really piss me off. So maybe she was like, okay,
It
well,
would
if
be
I,
like revenge sex.
so I may have fucked myself saying that shit, and she pushed me to my limit, and instead of me fucking the shit out of her, which is probably what she wanted me to do, put her in her place, I cut her off, and it came back to bite the relationship.
Yeah. Well, long as you learned something from all of that, plus you have matured. So, I've choked girls. I haven't spit on girls, but I've choked girls. I've smacked girls. Smacking a girl on her ass, that ain't nothing. I've fucked girls in their asses. So, you mature. And the thing about that is, when I first heard guys talking about fucking a girl in the ass, I couldn't relate at all. I was almost at that ill moment.
Mm-hmm.
But, I see that a lot of girls like that shit. And then you see in porn, a lot of guys and girls like that shit. Now, I know porn is acting, but the reason why those porn videos are very popular, where girls get fucked in the ass, is because motherfuckers like that shit. They like doing that shit, they like watching that shit, or they might not have ever done it, but they like watching it, and they can't wait till they get a chance to do it.
Yeah.
A lot of certain videos are very popular, like father fucking his daughter. Those videos are popular. Step brother fucking his stepsister, and the brother be like, well, we're not really blood. We're not real brothers. We're not really brother and sister.
Right.
So.
The taboo
Give me some
fantasy.
pussy. Yeah, taboo type shit. Yeah. Althea's nickname is Taboo from when she was younger. And she has some friends that still call her that.
Well, today's Friday. You went to the joint. Today's Saturday, but yesterday, so a day ago, you went to Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, I went and I was supposed to be there at 11:30, and because I went to get my tie, because the day before, when I was there for 2.5 hours, but that day, because the guy, when I had went to the store on the Grand Concourse, the guy goes, do you want a tie? And I was like, nah, shirt is cool. And then, like that whole day I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I should have grabbed a fucking black tie, because if I want to really show and prove and really like do my best, so not only did I grab a tie this time, maybe, when was that? That was yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday. And that's the reason why I didn't go to the hospital. By the time I called them, it was 11:45. And Shantae got on the phone and said, James, the doctor's getting ready to leave. I said, you want me to come next week? And she said, yeah. Oh, and she's talking to me again, because she wasn't talking to me for like a month and a half. And then when I tried to talk to her, she said, I'm not talking to you. And I told her, I said, for the fact that you're not talking to me, even makes me more attracted to you. And she started laughing. That was at the time when she wasn't talking to me. She started laughing. because I know that she's not talking to me because she likes me. She might not like me the way I like her. I mean, this you got to see her ass, bro. That shit is like a planet. That shit is round. And I'm not even like, because I'm 63 now, I have borderline, and you know, I wouldn't say this shit to nobody, and I know we just get fucking screaming. I have borderline because of my being a diabetic. I have borderline erectile dysfunction. You know, not total, but borderline. I can straighten that out by
Few things. You can work that out.
one really thing is food, diet, which that's a big thing, but uh, oh, um, testosterone.
That's something.
Some guys, like, you know, or older men,
Yeah.
they inject testosterone. And that helps because once you get like 40 years old, your testosterone levels start to
Yeah.
decline. So
At that point, ideally, it makes sense. It's that's in fact, like testosterone replacement there with like TRT at a certain age, it's it, like it shouldn't be. Men shouldn't be judged for doing that at a certain age.
nah, not at all. And you know, they're because of societal pressures, there's a lot of men that say that's the worst thing that can happen to them. And there's some men that have killed themselves because they look at pussy like it's everything. You know, we're built like that.
So Thursday you did go to wound care?
No.
Or no?
No.
So what,
I
is that for
was-
me?
Huh?
Did I rewrap your
No,
feet there? What
because
happened?
your mother said your feet needs to be wrapped, and because you know I've been sometimes more now. I put my shoes on because I don't want to walk through there and don't know or forget and don't see it because I'm not wearing my glasses where there's water, and you know that water is stinky and everything. But you know, just walking right there is fucking dirty. So when your mother said, yeah, your wraps need to be changed because they're dirty on the bottom, so I just ripped them off. And then the day that I had to go see Jose, I put new wraps on top. But when I ripped off the old wraps, the wrap that was already wrapped, I think you did it, was still clean. So that's a good thing about the stockingettes. They're like a protector and a guard to keep down filth. It would be definitely much better than just walking on the wraps. So
Well, you tell me what we should do. If we should do it now or wait a day or two, whatever.
well, we shouldn't wait a day or two. We can do it tomorrow, but we shouldn't wait two, because you said a day or two. We shouldn't wait two. We can do it tomorrow. We can wait a day because again, they haven't been wrapped for a minute now. Like the last time you wrapped them might have been, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. I can't tell you, but you know, they haven't been wrapped for a minute. I know that much. And then I didn't need you because I was gonna go Thursday. Then we would have been good. But I called them up. It was 1:45, and besides buying a tie, I bought a tie clip. So that really made me look great and very business wise. When Jose, because he was the one that told me I should shave rubber put on some nice clothes. When I came today and he seen me with the tie clip, he was like, yo, you looking sharp, bro. You gonna cut somebody. You looking so sharp. So, he was happy. He sees me making the effort. And that's why I said to myself, yeah.
I mean, he seems like a good dude.
Yeah, he is. He is. And he came through in a clutch. And you're right, just to be careful, but we're in. We're in. We're in.
Well, I've got the documents printed and I can mute.
Yeah, so I should have, those are the questions that if you was with me, you would have asked. But I forgot to ask Jose, because I didn't think about the emails at all, but I forgot to ask, because I asked Jose about the documents. I said, where do I pull the documents out from? He said, inside the pod in the voucher pod. But I never asked him, okay, once I sign them, what do I do with them? Do I send them to NYC? Do I send them to you? But the way he was talking about it, it was a technicality. We already did everything we were supposed to do. We good. We in there. This signing this last document is just like, has nothing to do with the fact that we're in there. Now we're just waiting a couple of weeks for this guy to move out, because he can't wait to move out to get his 1-bedroom apartment and us to move in. And once we move in, and it's going to be easier than when even though I like the apartment over Ogden Avenue, that was on the 5th floor. This is one flight up. This is on the 2nd floor. So if I hire movers or whatever, this will be easier. But I ain't got shit. I ain't really got shit. I was telling your mother maybe I should move this over until I get something, but she was like, well, she said, no matter what you do, you don't want to bring none of these motherfucking roaches over with you, so you should. And I told you, for the first time of my life, I've never had it. For the first time in my life, I'm gonna get me a real nice bed. I mean quality. I mean 1,000, 1,500. I'm gonna get me a nice bed from one of those top 8 companies, Serta Perfect Sleeper, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in my life, I never had a really, really good mattress, and I'm definitely gonna get at least. I wish that I could get a king size bed. But that place is not big enough for that. I'm going to get me a queen size bed. Because remember when we was at Savannah Suites, those were queen size beds. We were good. But I said to the guy's like an old man. He's staying there. But he's mad cool. I said, he says, I don't really do nothing. He says, the only thing I do is smoke. He says, I smoke and I watch my TV. He said, the place is clean because I have like one of those caretaker kind of girls. There's a visiting nurse and then there's like a caretaker kind of girl. And the caretaker kind of girl, she kind of does the nursing shit, cleaning, going shopping. She does all of that shit at once, because there's some people that are old that don't have any family and they live by themselves. They need somebody like that. And that's kind of like what your mother is. Your mother's not like a nurse. She's more like a caretaker. Because there's been people that hire her to she be in there cleaning fucking 4 hours. She be like, nah, this ain't it. But I said to the guy, is there a fire escape? And he goes, nah. I looked and I said, well, how would you get out of here if there was a fire? He said, I'm gonna jump out the motherfucking window. You know, he's on the second floor, and I had to sit down for that. But what I'm gonna do, because it's just the second floor, I'm going to get from Amazon one of those roll down ladders that you hang in the window and you go down. Yeah, I'm gonna get one of those. That shit was like $131, so that's nothing to save your life. And I'm gonna get something that we never had in here. I'm gonna get a fire extinguisher, and I'm going to bring that smoke detector with us, because you know that we can just pull that off the wall. So we'll be good. We'll be good. And again, it's kind of crazy because the people who live on the upper floors, and they ain't got no motherfucking fire extinguisher. That's why a lot of times you see they're like motherfuckers in a fire, they be like in the window waving a white flag for the firemen. They ain't got no fire. Oh, they ain't got no fire escape to go down.
Just don't be worried about safety.
Yeah, man. Fuck that. Because when people say, yo, what is your worst way of when you think about dying? Mine is way up there. It might not be my only way. It's way up there. Like I saw a lot of people would say drowning and this and that and this and that. My shit is
Shout out to Rob Mitchie.
is by fire. You know? I don't wanna go that way because, you know, you could put your finger next to a flame and go, ah. Now imagine if your body is engulfed in that shit. You know.
Yeah.
Come on. So, you know, fire, no joke.
And yeah, like even though it could be a quick death, it could also be a slow death. Like it'll be so
Right.
painful you wish it happened sooner.
Right. Mad painful. And there's also, and this is the way Malcolm Jamal Warner, you know, Theo from the Cosby Show, he drowned in Costa Rica because he got caught up in a riptide. And it pulled him out when there was signs there that said there's riptides around here. These waters are rough, but he still, I guess maybe he was an adventurer. But he was in that water with his daughter. She escaped. With a riptide, you can't try to fight against it. It'll pull you in. Somebody told me you have to go like sideways to get out of the riptide, to where then you can go to the beach. You can go. But you know, there's a bunch of shit. Fucking quicksand. I had a dream that my mother, don't ask me why, and don't ask me, you know, sometimes I have crazy dreams, especially if they're in the daytime when the sun is out. My mother, she bought some tigers. And I was looking for my mother just to say, what was you thinking? Mm-hmm. And, you know, like you see how big some tigers are? You'd be like, nah, there's no way I can't. I would never be able to like fight this motherfucker. There was a YouTube video. I'm gonna let you go. I know you want to crash out or just, you know, I know you want to relax. You want to wind down. There was a YouTube video where a little baby tiger, it came out of a room. It was like at a zoo or whatever. It came out of a room. You know, it didn't even have like no back legs. So it was still very, very young. And you see a big ass motherfucking head. This motherfucker looked like it was like 600 pounds, bro. You see a big head, stick his head out, tiger. And then look, and then go out there and grabbed the baby. His head was so big, his mouth was so big, he couldn't even grab the baby like cats do, like from the back of the neck. He grabbed the whole fucking little baby, the whole his whole body, and brought him back in the room. But yo, dude, this motherfucker looked like he weighed 600-700 pounds. This motherfucker was enormous. I don't even think I've ever seen a lion, a tiger that big.
People probably underestimate it. Yeah. So one thing, and I'm assuming I'm underestimating it too. Bradley Martin, he's a gym influencer, but he's really big. And Andrew Tate, they've gone there. They've gone to Dubai, and Dubai has this thing where there's a tiger who sits there. They're chilling, they're sitting down, but they've got a rope in their mouth. You could tug a war with the tiger, and there'll be one strong ass man, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strong ass men
Against
pulling,
one tiger.
struggling, and the tiger will be sitting there.
Yeah. Super
And
strong.
It won't even move. It's
Super
just-
strong. So when it bites you, the pressure in its jaws, you there's no surviving that shit.
Yeah, so maybe a lot of people just underestimate just how powerful, how
And
strong.
what is admirable, them Africans be out there living with them, living amongst them motherfuckers, you know. But the Africans, they know how to deal with them. And this is the funny part: the lions, the tigers, all of them motherfuckers are afraid of them Africans. They be little skinny Africans. All of them animals, they respect who the real king of the jungle is. And them Africans, they be having spears, they be having bow and arrows. Because like you seen that video where the like 7 feet, and you know, females do the hunting. 7 females was like feasting on a wildebeest or whatever. And the Africans, they down like in front, and they're like talking to each other. And then they all get up at once, and they walk in unison towards the lions. They just start walking towards them, and the lions see the Africans coming, and they run. The Africans take a leg off of the wildebeest or the buffalo or whatever the fuck it was, and they did it in just enough time before the lions figured that the Africans were bluffing. It was a bluff. And they took a big ass leg, and you see them cooking it later, and they walk away with the leg, and then the lions went back to feasting. But they ran like 7 female lions. They ran from them Africans. They're like, nah, I ain't fucking with these niggas. Hell no. That shit is like in Enter the Dragon when Han said, you know, I got somebody for you to fight, the white boy, John Saxon, against, and John Saxon looked at Bruce Lee. He was like, no, Mr. Han, there's a point I won't go beyond. And because you know John Saxon was going, yo, I'll fight anybody on this island. I'm not fucking with this motherfucker right here. I done seen what this motherfucker do. You know what I'm saying? They tried to play it off because, you know, it's the white man. This is the 70s. Well, it was like maybe 1983. They was trying to play it off like he didn't want to fight Bruce Lee because Bruce Lee was his friend. But he didn't want to fight Bruce Lee because he was like, nah, motherfucker. I know my limit. And that ain't it.
Bruce is so cool, man. Bruce Lee is so cool.
Yeah, he had a lot of, even though he was Asian, he had a lot of American sensibilities. So that's the reason why he was real cool. And he was like in Oakland, California for the longest kind of time. When he opened up his school, he was teaching a lot of brothers. And Oakland was a lot of brothers. That's also why he was kind of like dressed like that. So he took all of that.
What, like if we get, hopefully, if we get the studio,
Yeah.
we can discuss with the bills with that, and we can work that out together.
Yeah, I mean, if the bill is just a Con Edison bill, that's like the only bill,
And
then, because like I
Wi-Fi.
told you,
it's Wi-Fi. You might want to finally get a TV again.
Yeah. It's just that now I see why